Hello and welcome, movie fans, to Cinema RoundUp, where we review and discuss films. This is a film review avoiding any major plot points and spoilers. My name is David, and today we are reviewing Insidious, The Last Key. The film is the fourth installment in the Insidious franchise. It is a prequel to the first Insidious, but a sequel to Insidious Chapter 3. So, chronologically, it goes Insidious Chapter 3, this movie, then Insidious, then Insidious Chapter 2. It's a sequel and a prequel. It's a sequel prequel. This sounds very familiar. Anywho, Insidious The Last Key follows Elise, a paranormal medium setting out to help a man that claims his house is haunted. It becomes a personal case as the home she is being contracted to help is her old childhood home. Accompanied by her two investigative partners, Elise travels to Five Keys, New Mexico, to confront and destroy her greatest fear, the demon that she accidentally set free when she was a child. Within the first 5 to 10 minutes, this movie scared me real good. It was my fault, I let my guard down and it got me, that was on me. So at that moment, my expectations for this movie increased dramatically. However, I should have just left those expectations where they were because they were not met again for the remaining hour and 30 minutes. There were a few surprising jump scares and a few predictable ones, as well as 2 or 3 well-crafted suspenseful scenes, but ultimately, it wasn't enough. Horror films are made to scare you, and as so, the story tends to just be filler, something to hold you over until it gets to the next scare. It usually isn't all that important, fleshed out, or creative. While there was a bit more thought put into this story, it's still pretty thin. It moves very quickly to get to the main story. There's a bit of a prelude at the beginning of the film that creates this jarring rush. The prelude is important as it sets up the backstory, but the film essentially goes from that to the main conflict with a 3 to 5 minute scene to transition it. It doesn't let you connect to the characters all that well. The film has 3 main characters, Elise and her sidekicks Angus and Specs, played by Lynn Shay, Angus Sampson, and Lee Winnell respectively. Angus and Specs provide surprisingly humorous moments in the film that help lighten up the film, though at certain times it lightens it up too much where it changes the film's tone for a bit. Still, it's not an entirely negative thing. Elise is the film's main focus, and her character's story is pretty decent. The problem was, and I can't pinpoint exactly what the issue was, but there were certain lines that came off very awkward and poorly done. I don't know if it was poorly written dialogue or poorly delivered lines. I think it was a little bit of both because there were other characters that delivered odd lines as well. This reminds me, there was also poorly mixed in ADR. The audio that was likely recorded on set was at a high volume, and the ADR audio was noticeably at a lower volume. It kept alternating between the two audios and it was a bit distracting. There were other moments when the audio was unnecessarily loud. Audio is always heightened in horror movies. Everything creaks and everything is loud, but this was blaring loud at times. There's a part where they use a microphone and headphones to listen to paranormal sounds, and we hear what the microphone picks up, and that audio portion was bad. It was supposed to be bad, to show you how rudimentary the equipment is, but they could have cleaned it up a bit. I swear I heard audio clipping at certain points. In case you don't know, this is what audio clipping sounds like. It's pretty bad. This movie is the typical horror movie you would expect. It has a few scares, serviceable acting, and an underwritten story. Horror movie fans will likely enjoy this, and if you need something to do for an hour and a half, this movie will likely do. But it's just another installment in another horror movie franchise. Alright everyone, that's all I have to say about that. I hope you enjoyed this review and found it insightful. Are you still interested in seeing this film? Have you lost interest? If you have seen it, what did you think of the film? Join the film discussion below and engage someone in a conversation. Please, be considerate of everyone, especially those that haven't seen this film, and avoid any spoilers. I want to thank you for making it this far into the video, and I hope you consider subscribing to stay updated on all our future uploads. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time at the theaters.